My name is Ryan Faircloth with Faircloth Investment Realty, and these are the top 3 mistakes I see new landlords make. The first mistake I see new landlords make is to not consider the type of financing they're using when buying the property. I always say that you have to start with the end in mind. When you're buying a property, you need to think about what you're going to be using it for and what lenders you can use to finance that property. You want to make sure that you get a 15 to 30 year fixed term, because you don't want to be in a position in 5 years where your mortgage rate changes and then now you can't afford the property anymore. You want to make sure that the lender will lend on the strategy that you're using. So a lot of lenders won't lend on short-term rental revenue, they won't lend on residential assisted living, they won't lend on multifamily. So you need to think about what kind of interest rate you're going to be paying, because that really factors into your numbers and your cash flow. The second mistake I see new landlords make is assuming that being a landlord is passive income. It is anything but passive, especially depending on the strategy that you use. A lot of folks will use long-term rentals as their primary strategy. Everybody reads about the BRRRR method and they want to get started in that to scale their real estate portfolio. But at the end of the day, unless you hire a property manager, you're still going to be the one dealing with all the problems and collecting the money, and renters are going to pay late no matter how well you screen them. There's always going to be issues. Even if you hire a property manager, they're going to look to you to make the decisions on the property. When there is damage to the roof or when a tenant is overstaying their welcome, you're going to have to be the one to make those decisions. And so it's important that you understand that there's going to be time involved on your end to be a successful landlord. The third mistake I see most new landlords making is picking out a property before they pick out their strategy. It's important to pick out the strategy first, because that's going to determine where you buy the property. If you're going to do a short-term rental, you don't want to buy that out in Dunn, North Carolina, where nobody goes to visit. If you're going to do a long-term rental, you don't want to buy it in a place that has very little appreciation and very little cash flow. You want to make sure that you're buying the property for the strategy that you're using. One mistake a lot of folks make is, even if they have a little bit of real estate investing experience, is they'll follow the next big thing and do what's trendy. So a lot of people want to invest in short-term rentals right now, and mid-term rentals and traveling nurses has become a big thing. You don't want to just jump from one strategy to another. You want to make sure that you learn a lot about one strategy and stick with that. If you got something out of this video, like it and subscribe to our channel. And if you're ready to get started in real estate investing, click the link below to book a strategy call with us.